district has the present for you, meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too, with founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories, and friends helps a dreary night go by. Wearing Hinckley's 6 of the best, stupendous quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's Cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chatroom applauses. History aside. Local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Dangerous Den here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it HDPP live.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Good evening. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. And welcome to the Christmas edition of HDPP Live. Just a couple of days from Christmas Day itself. And look at me, I thought I'd better do the old, yeah, it's good. And I thought the old jumper could come out again for the last time this year, because I doubt I'll be wearing it again until next Christmas. Welcome to HDPP Live. Sunday evening, we've got a Christmas flavour about this. This is the last live stream before Christmas. And next week we're here, but only for the prize draw. Somebody this time next week's going to be £100 better off. Simple as that. Did you get your tickets? What do you mean you didn't get your ticket? There is still a day and a bit to go if you want to get your tickets for the prize draw. Ah, dear, do I have to keep telling everybody everything? I don't know. But anyway, lovely to be with you this evening. Now, where are we to? First of all, Annabelle was first in the chat room this evening with a big cooey, followed by Steve down on the farm, wishing everybody a good evening. And Hunter, as always, top of the class, being one of the first in as well. And we wish David Blower a very Merry Christmas on the old tub. Yes, on the cut he is. So he is. Exactly. David Allen, who is taking over the chat room at the moment with all his chats, I can see. He's in Boston, and we don't hold that against him at all. So good evening to David. Jennifer Ridgerston's here again. Hello, Jennifer. Glad you could join us. Lovely to have you along here as well. Jan Kirby's here as well. Happy Christmas from the Kirby household. And I'm sure Jan won't mind me just saying, because I went over to wish all the best, because you know Mike's been a little bit poorly. He was due to have a little op, and it was cancelled. And it's really annoying now, because Jan said, I've got to cook Christmas dinner now. But no, have a lovely Christmas, Jan. Thanks for your support over the last 12 months, as always. Now then, Daniel Coburn's here. Hi, Dan. You're all the way from Ashby de la Zoche way Absolutely. And looking down, I can see that Jeff Wallace, hi Jeff, he says, good evening, Paul, Sue, and all. Me and Brig and Anna is watching in Hinckley. Nights are drawing out now. It was 7 seconds later tonight than last night. Now, I didn't know what to do with my 7 seconds tonight. I really didn't. But I could just see Jeff outside with his stopwatch. Yeah, that was 7 seconds. So what did you do with your extra 7 seconds of daylight? Yeah. Just a thought, but it's true. The nights will now start drawing out again. So there's some things to think about anyway. What else? Yeah, I said, Anton wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Jane Brown is here with Tim. Lovely to see you, Jane, the other day. In fact, we saw you again after we saw you crossing the pupils over the road on Hill Street the other day. We saw you crossing over the road outside what was Mount Grace. The school on Leicester Road just the other morning. We seen you, and I nearly pipped you. I thought, no, she'll think it's an angry motorist. So there you go. Anyway, glad you're with us this evening. Dangerous Den, he's here again. And he's all ready for Christmas, apparently. Yes, we will do. We'll be talking about him in just a moment. Kevin Beasley with a Christmassy message from Burbage, wishing everybody happy Christmas, of course. And, who else is in there? Oh, yep, Carol Beasley's here. Gary Bettley's here. 7 seconds, there's a song there. Exactly, Gary Bettley. Lovely. Well, that's everybody. Oh, and Queen Bee joined us as well. So we're all present and correct. Now, before I do anything else, there's a few things tonight. We'll be looking at Christmas Past. Yes, we will. We have got a festive type of Six of the Best. That's coming your way in just a few moments' time. So it's got so much Christmas in it, it's dripping it. We'll be doing that very, very shortly. But first and foremost, I must give a special mention. To Dangerous Den, who today, ladies and gentlemen, just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, and now, a special announcement on HDPP. It's Dangerous Den's birthday today. Dangerous Den having a lovely time. He's been on the wine all afternoon. Yes, and now he's just whining through the evening. Yeah. Happy birthday, Den, and especially for you this evening, because you do a lot for HDPP behind the scenes, taking us to our scanning sessions once a month. It's a big help. He said, well, it's only a bit I do. No, but it's a big help. Let's get the HDPP singers out for you.
Happy birthday
to Den.
Happy birthday
to Den.
Happy birthday to
Dangerous Den.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes. There you go. And I know, Den, how much you enjoy the HDPP singers. There you are. Said we'd make your day, didn't we? Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Now, okay, let's move on then. So, we've got a new feature tonight called Word of the Week. We'll be having that very, very shortly. You'll all become quite straightforward and you'll see exactly what we're going to do. Not used to having things around my wrists. I'm a have to have my sleeves rolled up sort of guy. Anyway, the crops are in at last. I've been treading water all this time to wait for the crops to come. The crops are here. Now we can start proper. Now we can now do Six of the Best. Are you sitting? Now, it's all for fun. But keep your answers to yourself until the end of the programme. And remember, you get penalised. Have you ever been penalised, missus? Yeah, you get penalised at the end if you give the answer out before I've asked for it. New rule came in, you know. Anyway, Six of the Best. Here we go. So we're starting off with question number 1. This is about the only one that's not a Christmas one today. If you were walking in 10 Acre in Hinckley, where would you be? Easy. I did say it would be an easy quiz this week. Far too easy. It's so easy, it's almost fell over. If you were walking in 10 Acre, where in Hinckley would you be? That is question number 1. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Now then, in Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge? I say no more. It's easy, isn't it? Or is it? In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge? Here's me waking me up in the middle of the night. What's all that about? Good. That's question number 2. I said it was very festive. Here is a Christmas films for you. I think that's what it were anyway. Yeah. Fill those gaps in. Now, don't worry. I'll put this on the screen in just a few moments' time. Okay. At least I think it was. Oh, yes, it is. It's... Yeah. Got it. Right, so we will put that on the screen again in a minute and you can fill in all the blanks again. So don't worry if you haven't got your blanks and dashes all in the same place. Don't worry about it, we'll do it in a minute. Right, guess the actor. This is a nice one. This beloved actor's played Fagin. He's took a trip in a spaceship. He's worn an incredible suit and he's also played a spy master. But who is the actor we're looking for this week? I like your clues, Paul. Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say so. That is Guess the Actor, your question number 4. Question 5. Now, true or false? Nice and easy, this one. If you've been tuning into HDPP, you should know the answer straight away. The last steam locomotive to pass through Hinckley before Christmas was Flying Scotsman. True or false? Pretty easy and straightforward. Don't put any answers up, by the way. Not asking for answers until the end of the programme. The Aniogram question, well, here it is. Dinard Herod reupholstered, and so he should have been this too. We're looking for a seasonal character tonight for the anagram. A seasonal character. Dinard Herod reupholstered and... fully covered. That is your anagram question tonight. So let's go over those questions one more time. Here we go. If you were walking in 10 Acre, where would you be? Here in Hinckley. Where would you be if you're in 10 Acre? It's quite easy, actually. Question number 2. In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visited Scrooge? Question number 3. Find the word... There it is, and I'll leave that on the screen so you can... That's it, yes, it is. It is definitely a Christmas film. Easy, yeah. Okay, have you got your dashes in the right place? Okay, it's leaving the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question number 4. Guess the actor. This beloved actor played Fagin. He took a trip in a spaceship. He wore an incredible suit, and he also played a spy master. But who is the actor? I know. Right. Kevin B said that. Didn't say Acre, didn't it? Well, I had to do it up quick. Give me a break, Kevin. Okay. Number 5, true or false? The last steam locomotive to pass through Hinckley before Christmas was Flying Scotsman. We've had some steam through Hinckley this year, but was that the last one? Was that the last one that came through? And the Aniogram. Dinard Herod reupholstered. We're looking for a seasonal character. That's all we're looking for. So good luck. That is your 6 of the best this evening. We'll come back and recap that over in a little while. Now, we always try to educate you a little bit here on HDPP. And somebody who thinks we do need a lot of educating is Annabelle. Yeah, she said, you need more culture, Paul. I said, oh, really? So she said, yes. So she said, how about if I do word of the week? Bring out a word that you've never heard, but it's relevant to today. Right. Yes, I'm being ribbed now for typos in the first question. Thank you. I will correct it while you're watching the first feature if I get a chance. Right, so word of the week. Now, pay attention, class. This only lasts a few moments, but enjoy as Annabelle brings us our very first word of the week.
Welcome to Word of the Week. Yes, a brand new segment where I give you a brand new word to use. I've retired from public speaking, so I've been demoted to this. Sorry, guys. To kick us off, today's word is bumbershoot. Yes, BUMBERSHOOT. And it means an umbrella. Yes, an umbrella. For example, it's raining today. Have you got your bumbershoot? It's found in fewer than 0.01 occurrences per million words in the modern written English, so it's quite a rare word. The earliest known use of the word was found in 1876 in Chester, Pennsylvania Times, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. So, there's a brand new word for you, bumbershoot. Very Merry Christmas to all, and if it's raining, don't forget your bumbershoots.
And there you have it. Well, blimey, you've caught me with my turntables down now. Hang on, let me just press my button. Sorry, I was just checking the spelling on. You're right, it is a spelling mistake. I did it really quick earlier on, so I've got to learn how to spell acre. I've got Mrs. G looking in the dictionary now for me. Right, okay then. So, there's your. Did you enjoy that? That was good. You see, it's interesting. A bumbershoot. Have you got a bumbershoot? Yeah. And I tell you, for the benefit of those that missed it, Carol Beasley, I can't hear Annabelle. Let's play it one more time. Here's word of the week, and I'll crank it up. Put your ear trumpet in, Carol. Have you got your? Here we go. One more time.
Welcome to Word of the Week. Yes, a brand new segment where I give you a brand new word to use. I've retired from public speaking, so I've been demoted to this. Sorry, guys. To kick us off, today's word is bumbershoot. Yes, BUMBERSHOOT. And it means an umbrella. Yes, an umbrella. For example, it's raining today. Have you got your bumbershoot? It's found in fewer than 0.01 occurrences per million words in the modern written English, so it's quite a rare word. The earliest known use of the word was found in 1876 in Chester, Pennsylvania Times, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. So, there's a brand new word for you. Bumbershoot. Very Merry Christmas to all. And if it's raining, don't forget your bumbershoots.
There, I think we got it that time, didn't we? Yes, how's your bumbershoot, missus? Well, I don't know, my rhubarb's backwards too, is what I would reply with that. Right, okay, thank you very much. Lovely. Okay, hopefully you're doing okay with 6 of La Best. What I'm going to do now is we're going to play you a little... Christmas is one of those times when, well, I don't know about you, but I'm quite nostalgic. And I start thinking back to my childhood Christmases, and I was blessed to have wonderful Christmas times. Even though we were a large family, we like I always said, we were a big family, but all of us at least got one of the things we asked for, you know, so we were very, very grateful and stuff. So I've got lots of happy memories of Christmas Day and stuff, and the sort of things you got up at childhood. Now, I found this little film on YouTube the other day, dating back to 1927, but I liked it, and I thought, that's nice, and it's done and it is old black and white film of Christmases long ago with children and stuff, and it's even got the piano, you know, like the silent movies were. I think you'll like it. It lasts just over 10 minutes long. Settle back and see what Christmas memories this brings back for you. Totally ho-ho. There you go, from 1927, apparently. There you go. But what I liked about that was well, I suppose because it's black and white, it just seems different. Everything seemed to be black and white. We didn't have colour. Colour wasn't invented in them days. And like I say, some of the memories, particularly the kiddies coming down the stairs. I can remember the fantastic excitement Christmas morning coming down the stairs. And like I said, waiting to be let into our front room, which for the day would have a lit fire. It's the only time of the year we ever lit a fire in the front room of our little house where we all lived. So you knew it was a special day because, the fire was lit. You'd be in there all day long. And, of course, you'd see the pile of presents. Happy memories. I hope it brought back some for you. What are your memories, your childhood Christmases? Obviously, it's changed a lot now from what it used to be. I think I've told you before, my dad said he can remember having, I think it was an apple, orange and a few nuts and a bar of chocolate. And that was it. Yeah, in a Christmas stocking, that was it. Not sort of the sort of stuff we do today. Fantastic. But isn't it great, eh? Fantastic. And a lot of you like it. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad you like that one. I thought we can do that one. 1927, nearly 100 years old. Shouldn't be any copyright on that. That sort of thing. Now then, 6 of the best. You may have seen in the chat room, by the way. I've done a spelling correction, by the way. Oh, you don't give me a break, do you? Anyway, if you were walking in 10 acre, where in Hinckley would you be? Is that better for you now? Good grief. That's question number 1. Question number 2, in Dickens' Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visited Scrooge? Question number 3, and in fact Jennifer's just asked me about this, and we'll do it now. Now there is 2 films here, 2 classic Christmas films. Yeah. Okay. I'm just leaving it on the screen so you can get your dashes and whatnot. So 2 classic Christmas films there. Can't say no more, really. There you go. Lovely. Dennis Perkins already said, I have 6 answers, but are they the correct answers, birthday boy? That's what we're asking. We'll find out a little bit later on. Okay, so that is question 3. Question number 4, guess the actor. The beloved actor played Fagin, took a trip in a spaceship, wore an incredible suit, and also played a spy master. An absolute master. But who is it? That's who we're looking for. Right. Question number 5, true or false? The last steam locomotive to pass through Hinckley before Christmas was Flying Scotsman. We've had quite a lot of steam pass through Hinckley Station this year. But what was the last one? Was it really the Flying Scotsman? Yeah. And number 6. This is a seasonal character for the Aniogram. A seasonal character, you'll get it. It's pretty easy, that is. So there you go. That is your 6 of the best this evening. Now then, okay, moving straight on with our next thing, which is our next little feature. Now, I'm going to try and get this in as quick as I can, best I can. Christmas past and present in Hinckley. Let's get this running. Oh, even put some posh music on it. So we thought we'd try a little bit of this and see some of these pictures which we have posted on HDPP in the last, in the last week or so. So let's go back in time into the 1960s in Castle Street when Father Christmas arrived at the Francis store in 1965. We posted this picture just the other day, actually, and got quite a lot of responses on the group. How fantastic was that? And you would have seen Jake's store, of course, in latter years. It would be Carphone Warehouse, but of course it's been closed for what must be about 5 years now. But Jake's was the place to get all your hi-fis and home electronics. The view at Castle Street, this is about 8 years ago now, actually, looking at these pictures, because I took them. And the lights have changed again. We've got more of a selection of pretty lights. The must-missed Pickering store in the borough, decorated up for Christmas around this particular time. And once again, I sometimes wish some of these were in colour so you could appreciate the black and white ones particularly. But the lights in Castle Street, and of course this year we've had lights in Argentsmead. They've called it the Light Trail, and it has been very, very popular. If you haven't been down, it's well worth a walk down there any evening. The phase 1 of the Edwards Centre in 1965, the old home and garden shop, and A few other bits and bobs there to bring back the memories. And can you remember Sketchleys, when we used to have Sketchley dry cleaners? Yeah, it's facing into the borough, this is. Once again, this must have looked really nice with all those coloured bulbs there. Building's still there today, but it's no longer Sketchley, of course. The view along Regent Street as it was, about 8 years ago now. One thing the town does do well, it does always looks really nice around Christmas time when they put all these lights. I mean, they're the blue lights they got there. The ones they've got now are sort of it's a mix of white and blue, isn't it? The old Co-op Emporium in Castle Street, and they always used to do real good displays on their building. Lots of work used to go into it as well. And even the Angular Building Society, as it was back then, made the effort to have Christmas lights on, as did most of the shops and stuff in the town. Burbage Church in 2015. I remember going, this is oh, blimey, look, it's 9 years ago. I said it about 8 or 9 years ago. We took a trip up to Burbage because the church just looked so nice there, nestled amongst those Christmas lights. And this is now a coffee shop. Can you believe it? The Leicester Permanent Building Society, or the Alliance in Leicester, it's now a coffee shop. Yeah, we've got lots of coffee shops in Hinckley, haven't we? Another one of the Coa. It's the Coa, the lower Coa in Castle Street, and a working clock to book. Absolutely super. I'd love to see some of these, in colour. It would have been great to see. The Methodist Church, new buildings, and Stockwell Head with their Christmas tree in between the double doors there, of course, long since gone demolished in 1969. And one which we post every year, the Corner Chemist and the Hinckley Photo Centre. Notice the snowman and the Christmas characters, all made of hardboard but fixed along the wall there. And they used to look really, really good, they did. And here's a view looking over towards what was the corner silk shop. Buildings all still there, of course, but different businesses operating out of those now. Marmalade, Meringue, and indeed a estate agent. A snowy Regent Street. It's been a while since we had some snow of any note, by the way. I did go out and take some pictures of the snow a couple of years ago. But it all came out really white and stuff, but it had gone by the end of the day. What a shame. And I see that the weather forecast for this Christmas is, as usual, bloody mild. the one time of the year you want a cold, frosty day, at least, is Christmas Day, and you don't even get that. World gone mad. View along a snowy borough. And more memories here on HDPP as we look down. Once again, with snow on the floor where the Corner Chemist was still operating there, and looking down into the top end of Castle Street there. The postman, the mail must get through. In some cases, the snow back in the day was enough to be able to get your skis out and go skiing in the marketplace, as we did. Remember the Halifax Building Society and Shooting Star Records, yeah. And that's how the marketplace was looking some 9 years ago. They haven't got the lights in the trees these days, but it did look nice. It did look nice, didn't it, with those lovely blue lights? Yeah. The old bus station, covered in snow, and that's probably the best it's looked for a long, long time, as it did. Of course, all those people that probably moved away, that's all been redeveloped now. We have the Crescent Shopping Centre. And one of the first Hinckley switch on, there's Jim Darlaston there, next to Santa. And this is before they made, this was more the Chamber of Trade that were doing this, before the days of Hinckley being in the council that used to take an interest in it. Now, of course, it's a big event in the town, is Christmas lights switch on. This is some of the early Christmas lights that we had in Castle Street. And you can see even then how the crowds used to come in to see them turned on. And now, of course, they've developed the idea further. Another view down Castle Street and the old Christmas lights. Now, don't worry, your sound is not playing up. It's the sound on the film soundtrack here. It's a bit wobbly at times. It's not your computer. In 2015, that's how the town Christmas tree looked. And pretty well, the one that's there today looks pretty nice as well, except the lights are in sort of straight lines. But it still looks nice. It still looks nice. Once again, Santa and the kids. So these kids in this picture now would be probably have their own grandchildren now. They'd be sort of that age, I'm sure, because this was in the I think this was late 80s, very early 90s. So they'd certainly have children of their own, if not grandchildren coming along. And these are the lights in Regent Street that actually started the fad of Christmas lights in Hinckley, when the shop traders all jibbed in to have their own Christmas lights, and the idea snowballed from that. A quick go to Burbage, and that tree always looks lovely this time of year. Well worth a drive by to have a look at it. Dagley's in Castle Street. Once again, shame it's a black and white picture, but everybody made the effort back in those days. A reindeer and a Santa and a Christmas tree for getting in the festive spirit. And here is that Burbage tree from some 9 years ago now. How spectacular, so beautiful. It looks great every single year, really, really does. And more memories. Alan Ashford's carpet shop. This was a must. It was much anticipated every year, and Alan won the shop window display most years. Always good to see it again. And as you can see, the lovely Burbage tree with hundreds of colours. Made it really, really nice. Standing under that, it's really magical. Standing under the tree and then looking up through into the night sky. In 1995, the lights in Castle Street looked like this. They were sort of just a two-tone of colour pretty well, but it was a good effort put in there. And now the Edwards Centre in 2015 was looking with the lights. I always think it looks like a little railway station canopy along there. But that's me. You know how I like my railways and stuff and whatnot, don't you? Little boy gets to meet Santa, of course, in Hinckley Town Centre. Wow. Happy, happy memories. There we go. Okay, that was a little look back at Christmas past. Jennifer Richardson says, Hinckley's looking good this year. Lots of photos on Facebook. And Jennifer Richardson goes on to say, I'm not feeling it here. I'm still lovely and warm here and still wearing my shorts and T-shirt because she's not in Blighty, you understand, is our Jennifer. But all the same, it's different. Now, people have been asking, how old is... I nearly said Dirty Den then. How old is Dennis? Well, Dennis is 47 today. Happy birthday, Dennis. Yes, he's saying he's 47 today. And he is dyslexic too. It actually means he's 74, bless him. Nice one. Jane Brown says, got the anagram, sir. Got the anagram. Well done. Well done. Great. How are you doing with Six of the Best? Let's give you one more recap before we have a nosy tonight. So what last chance to have a go at the questions of Six of the Best. If you were walking in 10 Acre, where would you be? That is question number 1. In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge? He never got a night's sleep that night, now did he? Question number 3. This is 2 standard classic Christmas films. You've seen them, you'd know them. 2 Christmas films there, 2 for the price of 1. That's the Christmas value you get from HDPP. And question number 4. Guess the actor. This beloved actor has played Fagin. He's took a trip in a spaceship. He's worn an incredible suit. And he's also played a spy master. But which is this actor that we are after? True or false, the last steam locomotive to pass through Hinckley before Christmas was Flying Scotsman and the Aniogram. We're looking for a seasonal character. Dinard Herod reupholstered. So he was, missus. There. Excellent. Well done. If you've got them so far, well done. But don't count your chickens yet, or don't count your turkeys yet. There might be a twist in there somewhere. Who knows? Now, okay then. Well, I was just looking down the what was going on in the chat room there, and Daniel Coburn says, I was in Hinckley yesterday afternoon meeting friends, and it was a lovely atmosphere. You see, people do come to Hinckley, just to savour that bit of atmosphere, and we're working on it. Each year it seems to get that bit better, and doing pretty well here. Contrary to popular belief that some people will have you believe if you go elsewhere. But however, there you go. It's good. Right. Okay. Settle back. This is our last nosy of the year. And I know that Steve has posted a new one just in the last hour, actually. Too late for me to include in this one, but the nosy this week. Settle back and enjoy a nosy from early part of this year. Let's see where he is today.
I said to Dave yesterday and Steve, I said, I tell you what. I said, it's right, it's an Alan Partridge joke. Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve, and once again, it's a great big warm welcome from myself to Let's Explore. Right then, as you can see, we've got Delighted Dalek and the Pissed Up Priest, backed by popular demand, Delighted Dalek. Well, he phones me up in the week. He says, Steve, I've bid on a Dalek. Well, unfortunately, he lost out on the Dalek, which is a big shame, isn't it, David?
It is, because it was full size as well.
Now, David, why the bloody hell?
I tell you.
I tell you what, it's 5,500 coughs. Anyway,
5 o'clock.
yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we're stood in Warwick, in Warwickshire, home of Warwick Davis. I don't know if that's a fact or not, I ain't got a clue. What, Dave, why are we standing in Warwick town centre at 5 o'clock?
I've got no idea. I think our clocks are different to everybody else's. We're on exploring time.
And after last weekend's video in Shrewsbury, where me and Steve went, Dave said to me, he says, Warwick's very similar to Shrewsbury, you know, with loads of old buildings. I mean, look at this here. It is beautiful. Unfortunately, we haven't got the sunshine like we had last week. But I said to Dave yesterday and Steve, I said, I tell you what. I said, it's right, it's an Alan Partridge joke. It's all right. If you've never watched it, you won't get it. I said, I tell you what. I said, I'll tell you what, we'll go Warwick tomorrow and have a butcher's. Anyway, let's go on our nosy and walk round here. People will be switched on already. Alrighty then, so in this week's video, we're off to Warwickshire. Around about 7 or 8 miles to the south of the city of Coventry, to the towns of Warwick and Royal Leamington Spa, as you can see there, courtesy of Google Earth. Now, I've got to be totally honest with you from the start here. Now, this is such an impromptu nosy. It's been so unplanned, to be honest with you. But in all honesty, long story short, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I lost one of my best friends. In fact, he was more like a brother to me, to be honest with you, Tony. I used to work with him. And I also played in a band with him for 15 years. In fact, he was on one of my videos. Was it last year or the year before when we was at work? You may have seen it. He was driving the digger and I was messing about on the dumper and what have you. And we said our final goodbyes to him this week. So it's been a bit emotional and I've not really looked at the old maps that much, to be honest. But last weekend, of course, we went to Shrewsbury, me and Steve did. And Dave phoned me up and he says, do you know what, Steve? He says, Warwick's a little bit similar to Shrewsbury, you know, some really old buildings. So, you know, how we normally would, we're up at stupid o'clock. I picked Dave and Steve up around about 4-ish and we set off and got there just before 5 a.m. Hardly anyone there, as you'd expect, to be honest with you. And these photographs that you're looking at now, which Dave got, in fact, he's made a good job, because the lighting conditions were really poor this morning, in all honesty. It wasn't great at all. In fact, I really nearly didn't put this video together because it was all over the shop. But what we're going to look for in Leamington Spa a little later in the video is something I thought I'd never talk about in a million years at this channel, to be honest with you. It was Dave that found out about it, to be honest. But I'll tell you all about that after we've had a little wander around Warwick and showed you some of these old buildings. Now, we don't really go to Warwick Castle. You can't get in there anyway. And unfortunately, the plan was to get the drone up. You know, Steve, we're going to get the drone up and get some amazing footage of the town. But unfortunately, it started raining quite heavy and you're not supposed to fly the drone when it's like that anyway. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go on a little nosy round Warwick before we go and actually look at what we've come to see today. This is so impromptu. I do apologise, but you might enjoy it and have a laugh. Let's go for a nosy. Yeah, so I know we act a bit nutty at times. You might think, oh, why do they go there at them times of the day? But, you know, I mean, Warwick, it'll be quite busy here later. I mean, you know, look at this. I mean, yeah, a car has just gone by, but you can walk up the middle of the street. Like Dave said, though, you know, from a photography point of view, he says it's just a shame there's so many cars parked about, you know. So this part of Warwick, I'm trying to keep my voice down because it's still early. I feel like I'm waking everyone up. But look at this is so pretty here, look. And then just there, you got one of Warwick Castle's towers there. So, I mean, look at that. I love these little narrow streets. They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Right, so we're at the bottom of High Street now in Warwick. Look at this here. It's like a Harry Potter film set or something, isn't it? What a gorgeous building that is. It's absolutely amazing. Do you know what, you know when we talk about how things used to be built like this, I'll show you it properly in a minute. You've got this here, which is absolutely beautiful. And then, like, at the end of this road here, you can got that up there, look. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going backwards. We're not developing and evolving as a species, we're going backwards. Yeah.
That's a peacock and a peahen.
Can you hear them? There was, I bet they're at Warwick Castle, aren't they? Yeah, peacocks. Amazing. Right, scrap Warwick. We're not in Warwick now. David, where are we?
We're in Leamington Spa now.
Why are we in Leamington Spa?
Nelly the elephant went to town. And there's a clue.
Look, can we take it a bit more seriously? Why are we in Leamington Spa, David?
We've come to see an elephant wash.
Eh? Yeah, you indeed did hear Dave correctly then. We are indeed going to go and have a nosy and a butcher's at an elephant wash in Leamington Spa of all places. Now, Africa and India, fair enough, but not Leamington Spa in Warwickshire. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, this chap that you're looking at here, who is indeed scrubbing an elephant, is Samuel Lockhart. Now, Samuel Lockhart was born in County Durham in around about 1850. So this photograph here then is Samuel's brother George, and of course he's posing with an elephant. Now both Samuel and George were both very talented flying trapeze artists in the circus. Now of course, as I mentioned, they were born in County Durham but ended up in Leamington Spa in around about 1869 due to family ties. Now there's quite a lot of history about the pair of them online. I'm going to try and keep it brief for today. But these photographs and some of the information I'm telling you are actually from a website known as the Leamington History Group. So thank you very much if there's any of you actually watching this. Alrighty then, so let's get down to it with these elephants, shall we? So I'm going to read a little bit off this Leamington history site because it's very interesting. So within a few years, Sam had travelled to Burma with Wilson's Great World Circus, and in 1881, in the timber yard of the Bombay and Burma Trading Company in Mulmian, he saw two baby elephants which he purchased and arranged to have shipped back to London on the ship SS City of Venice. Quite why Sam developed an interest in elephants is not known. It has been suggested that he saw young native children teaching elephants to do various tricks and realised that an elephant act would make a popular circus attraction, and he very much wanted to continue as a circus performer. Circus was in his blood. What we do know is that Sam christened his two baby elephants Jock and Jenny, and almost by accident he began a career as an elephant trainer. Over the next 30 years, Sam imported and trained a number of elephants and became the foremost elephant trainer in the world. His most famous troupe were three female elephants, Wilhelmina, Trilby and Haddie, known collectively as the Three, or the Three Graces, sorry. So with most stories, especially a story like this, which is a great story by the way, how much of it is 100% factual, I don't really know concerning these elephants, but it's great, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's a great one to get your teeth into. But even where the elephant wash is concerned, I don't think there's any 100% proof that he used to actually wash his elephants there. We are going to have a look because it's a great story. But as mentioned in this bit of a write-up I've been reading on and off, There was quite a lot of photographers about in Leamington at this period. Like I say, it was a well-established tourist town, Leamington Spa was. But there aren't really any photographs of elephants splashing about in the River Leam, which is a bit strange. You'd think they'd make a beeline to the river, wouldn't you, photographers, if there'd have been elephants in there. I mean, this day and age, if there's an elephant being washed in a river in England, there's going to be someone there taking pics of it. I know it's easier to take photographs this day and age, but there would have been. Someone would have been doing it then, unless there is a photograph somewhere and I just can't find it. But there's not one on this website at all. But as you can see in this photo, we've got what is known as the Elephant House on Morton Street in Leamington Spa, where Sam's baby elephants were quartered. Now, he did have 6 grown adult elephants at one point. Where they were all staying, I don't know. They'd have had to have stayed somewhere because they were doing regular shows, you know, on a regular basis in Leamington Spa. Like I say, big tourist town back in the day. People needed entertaining, and this man was a master at training elephants and getting them to perform on the big stage in this town. So anyway, without any further ado, let's actually go and have a look at this ramp that apparently these elephants used to walk down. And then we've got a great big greenhouse to go and gawp at because it's unlocked. You'll see what I mean in the video. Come on, let's go and have a nose at. A very strange vid today, this one, it has to be said. Stop yakking, Stephen. Yeah, all right. Now then, in this beautiful town of Leamington Spa, he was taking them down to the River Leam for a bit of a wash and a clean. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. I'll tell you what. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Yeah, Shakespeare, yeah. But he was cleaning his elephants in the River Leam, near a church apparently. Now, what were them elephants doing? You did it earlier.
Yeah, they were trumpeting.
They were trumpeting, and how did they do it? Sounds more like a cow trumpeting. Yeah. Anyway, so they had to move them away from the church because people were trying to pray in church. So these elephants were trumpeting, right? And they were getting sick of them, getting the because, well, you know, we're trying to pray to God and all this. So you're going to have to move your elephant wash. And they moved it to here. Now, I'm going to try and big this up because it's no more than a cobbled ramp in the middle of Leamington Spa. But that indeed is an elephant wash. And Sam Lockhart used to lead his elephants down here to wash them in the River Leam. Now, for this part of the video, we do need a volunteer to pretend to be an elephant going down to the river. Dave, I nominate you.
Okay then.
Yeah, so as Dave is very expertly demonstrating. Yeah, so it would have looked a bit different to this, I imagine. But yeah, Sam Lockhart would have indeed been... Oh yeah, there you go, you see. I did see that on the internet. That's a great bit of graffiti. But yeah, so in the 1800s, there was indeed elephants that had originally started life in Sri Lanka walking down here to the River Leam, which is a much wider river than I realised. Wow.
The elephant prints are still here, look.
Yeah, we've still got the elephant prints here. Now that's interesting. That to me, is that an overflow, Dave? No, it don't go anywhere, that don't. Yeah, I've seen them, yeah. Arches all the way up. Well, not all the way up, but only so far. Yeah, that's interesting.
There's definitely a cavity behind there, isn't there?
Yeah, very interesting. So this indeed then is where the elephants were being brought for a bit of a wash. I bet they use Lynx Africa.
I tell you what, this is a really interesting piece of history, you know.
Oh, it is. Well, look at that bridge, Dave. Well, that's a nice way, look at that. Hey, I tell you what, we've got to stop that now, it's getting boring.
This is really interesting bit of history, this is. You know, just think we're standing here now, where Lockhart brought his elephants to wash.
And like you say, that is really old, that stone. Now, we've just been walking, Dave, we've just been walking around the area where Warwick Castle is.
Yep.
And I said to you, as amazing as this castle is, and how dominating it is of the town of Warwick, it don't interest me as much as something as random as that. Because it's commercialised, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, this random, you know,
And all this here.
ramp here, yeah. I mean, even all this, like you say.
Here, Steve.
It does look like a doorway, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, I know.
Is that a church next to it?
I don't know. Well, we're going to look up there.
Yeah.
We're going to look. But I really like that. That's fascinating. Just to think what we're going... Can you imagine Yeah, if you'd never seen an elephant in your life in the 1800s, and only seen photos of them, and you were walking past the top of this up here, and seen elephants down here, how do they go? What, them cow elephants?
Yeah, cow elephants.
Do you know what I'd like to know though, what does interest me? If you're like us, if you're not so much interested in these commercialised places, as fantastic as they are, like Warwick Castle, and you prefer to just drive to random places like Leamington and come and see something like this. Now, yeah, I know, it's an old cobbled ramp. I assume these are the original cobbles, Steve.
Yeah, they look old.
But it's just fascinating to think that a local circus elephant trainer were bringing his elephants down here and taking them for a wash in the River Leam. Right, so across from the elephant wash, I never thought I'd say that in a million years on this channel, but across the River Leam, you've got what looks like botanical gardens. Either that or they've let a load of houseplants just get on with it and go, just grow crazy and out of control. But it does look like you can go in there. There's a bloke just opened it all up. It's only about 6:30, 7 in the morning. Let's go on our butchers. Very impromptu, this one today. We love a bit of an impromptu nosy, don't we? See what I mean? Look at this. Yeah. Oh, go in then. Oh, here we go. We don't even know if we're supposed to be in here yet, but he's opened the door. Wow. Do you know what? I've never seen anything like this before. Tell you what, Dave, we've done well here, haven't we? Hey, look, there's even fish in here. Look at that. Hello. Hey,
The Barbican.
the Barbican.
Yeah, it's a building in London that's got all this on the roof.
I'll be honest with you, mate, I've never been in anywhere like this. Temperature's nice in here. Hey?
I was supposed to be. He's gone now.
Well, he's unlocked it all, hasn't he? And
It's at 10 o'clock on the thing.
it's only even 7 o'clock.
10
mate,
even
is it?
7 o'clock.
I bet you can't go in here, though. In this bit. I mean, look at this here. Growing off there. I don't even know what that is. I know it's not a fuchsia.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's real. Look. It's all real. Real leaves. Pretty.
Oh, no, this is it. No.
Another bit next door, that's the park. That's the park. I tell you what. I tell you what.
I went Parks has got a lot to answer for.
Ain't he just? What was that plant, Steve?
A papaya.
A papaya. Very good. Well, shall we go and see what else we can see, David?
Yeah, let's go see what we
We've got out here.
Hey, look at this bridge here, Steve.
Oh, well, look, we like a nice little pretty bridge, don't we?
Hey, look at this.
What we got?
Oh.
Boring. Anyway, that concludes today's little video. Bit of a strange one, to be honest with you. It was kind of here and there, yeah. It was worth uploading it just for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Basically, we've driven the best part of 40 miles to come and look at a ramp. To be honest, the day started off in Warwick. As I mentioned earlier, I'd never walked through its streets and explored it before. I'd just driven through there a couple of times. But for me personally, it was worth coming here just to see that ramp and to see him make a fool of himself anyway. You know what I'm
Definitely,
saying?
yeah.
Anyway, David, anything else to add?
No, we're going to have a quick wander around Leamington, then we're going to zoom off back home.
Yeah, we are. I've got to stop filming in all truth because it started raining and it balls up everything, don't it?
I don't know whether Steve said we've been up since 4. We left at 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, we did. It's catching up with me now.
Nice and early.
Yeah,
Nice and
nice
early.
and early. Anyway, as per usual, thanks for watching this bit of an impromptu nosy, and I'll see you very soon at the next one, where we'll probably know what we're doing next time. Probably not. Anyway, yeah. I'm not going to do that.
That's a peacock.
Yeah, the peacock. In fact, that's enough of that. I've already had one bloke looking at me strange this morning. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
And there he goes, my word, yes. A good one, a good nose, an elephant nose. Oh, can I have a bun, please? Good one, Steve. As always, one which we've not screened before, so we thought we'd better put it on. That's the last nosy we have of 2024. Yeah, man, where's the time going? That's what I want to know. Where's the time going now? Let us, just before we start, by the way, nominations were, closed Christmas Eve. You can just see it going off the screen now. Nominations will be closed. We'll have plenty of nominations. Thank you to all those that have nominated your local good cause. We won't be able to honour all of them, but most of them, we hope. Anyway, things look, also, I'll give you a quick update on the Charlotte Brain thing. We're making good progress there. Got a meeting with a council official in the new year. I've been to see Joseph Barsby at Sellers. So between us, HDPP will be putting help install a plaque on Charlotte Brain's resting place in Hinckley Cemetery. Great. Thanks to you people and your generosity and stuff. So fantastic. Right, now then, before we go into the answers to 6 of the best, now, remember, our new golden rule is don't put the answer to a question I haven't got to beforehand. Otherwise, if you get that question right, we will dock your points. Yeah, I like that idea. I really do. So if I'm still talking about question 2 and somebody puts the answer to question 5, and even if you get question 5 right, I deduct the point because you need to wait till we get to the question. There. I feel quite smug about that one. Somebody said, stand low. Just how do you stand low? Another fine mess. Right, let's get on with 6 of the best. Here we go. Right, stand by. In fact, I'll tell you what I will do. Let's have a bit of Christmassy music to do the answers to on that one. That's it, yeah. Okay, so here we are with question number 1. Will you put your answer in now, please, for this one? If you were walking in 10 acre, where would you be today? Right, let's see. Jan comes in with an answer. Oh my word, no, I can't believe it. Right, the correct answer, Jan Kirby gets the correct answer, and so does Jeff Wallace, saying Queen's Park. It is 10 acre field or Queen's Park is what we're looking for. Anything else, I'm afraid, is not the correct answer this evening. But I can see why people probably would have gone for Hollycroft. And I understand also why Jennifer said, Factory Road, you're thinking of 10 foot and 5 foot jitties and stuff. Okay, no, 10 acre is actually Queen's Park. I've got a fantastic document relating to Queen's Park, how the field was purchased and then carved up for building and Park Road and stuff, but that's for another day. So if you've got Queen's Park, that is the correct answer. Give yourself a sparkling Christmas point. That sounded good, didn't it? Okay then, question number 2. We're going to question number 2. Now this is interesting. In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visited Scrooge? That's what I want to know. I think I used this last year, so I'm waiting to see how many. Oh, some of you are cleverer than what I thought. Okay, the correct answer is indeed 4. 4 ghosts visit. Because those, if you got 3, Annabelle, it's a to you. And say with Dave B, Dennis Perkins, No, it's 4, because people forget Marley's ghost before we get Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas yet to come. You see, you're going, oh yeah, poor old Marley always gets left out on that question. So we're putting that. No. Oh, and Daniel Kirkman said, it was on Foss the other week. Oh, I missed that. Seriously, there you go. But anyway, correct answer. 4 ghosts visited Scrooge. So if you've got 4, give yourself another sparkly Christmas point. Okay, now then, find the words to these 2 classic films. So let's see who comes in with the 2 films. They are classic. They are classics. So correct answers go to Jane Brown, Jan Kirby, Dennis Perkins, sorry. Jennifer Richardson, well done. Yeah, only Annabelle would come up with Die Hard and Love Actually. She's on such a sheltered life, you know. Yes, congratulations. It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 34th Street. They are the 2 classic Christmas films to which we are looking at tonight. Okay, so well done. Moving on now to question number 4. Now then, have you got the actor that played Fagin, took a trip in a spaceship, wore an incredible suit, and also played a spy master amongst lots more roles that he played during his long time. Let's see who you come up with. Right. Okay, I'm waiting just so they come in. So Jane Brown's coming with an answer, as is Jennifer. Oh, right. This is interesting. I love it. Right. The correct answer I'm looking for is Alec Guinness, because he played Fagin. He took a trip in a spaceship in Star Wars. He wore an incredible, remember the man in the white suit? And he played a spy master in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, that one, yeah. So we're looking for Alec Guinness. Congratulations if you've got Alec Guinness, because I thought some people might go for Ron Moody and stuff. No, it's Alec Guinness is the correct answer. Give yourself a smug point if you got that one right, because I thought that was a good question. Talking of smug, Mr. Smuggler, Mr. and Mrs. Smuggler, you're on a cruise if I remember right. So we can all be smug together tonight. So anyway, Alec Guinness is the correct answer for that. Moving on to true or false. True or false, the last steam locomotive to pass through Hinckley before Christmas was Flying Scotsman. Is that true or false? We've had lots of steam engines coming through just really recently. False, true. We get a few there. Right. Okay. The correct answer is false. The correct answer would be, because it was Sir Nigel Gresley. Sir Nigel Gresley. Okay. I like how Jan's called it Lord Gresley. He'd like that. But it was Nigel Gresley. So it's false is the answer for that one. Once again, give yourselves a point. Now, you are all behaving yourselves nicely so far. So we go on to the last anagram of 2023, and we're looking for a seasonal character, and I'm sure most of you have got that, really. But it was just for a bit of fun as well. So the answer to the anagram, let's see him coming through now. Jane comes in with the right one, as does Jan Kirby, as does Jennifer Richardson. Dennis comes in with it. David B. with Rudolph you know what I mean. I know what you mean, Dave. Yeah, well done. That's the correct answer. We were looking for Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. He had a very shiny nose, and do you know if you ever saw it, you would swear that it glows. You know. Okay then. Let's get your totals in. Jennifer Richardson says it's 4 for me tonight. Well done, Jennifer. We'll just wait for some more scores to come through now. Let's see who's going to get what. 5 for Jan. 4 for me, says Dennis Perkins. Annabelle has only got 31 out of 6. Now then, the crop, 6 answers, 4 correct for us. I like that. I like how you do for us. Only 2 tonight, says Kevin Beasley. Is it 2 points for question 3? Well, why not? It's Christmas. You can have 2 points for question 3. It was 2 films, so you can do. David Ann said, only 1 for me tonight. Daniel said, only 2 tonight. 106 out of 6 for Dave B. Well, he would, and he can do that. He's on a boat. Carol says, 3 for me. Yes, well done. And 4. I failed with the films and the actor. You see, Mr. Smugly, I don't do actors. Yeah. He probably would. I don't think he would have got them all tonight. I don't know. So Alan Copp's got 5 then. Jane has got 5 then as well tonight. Well done. What a lot of fun we've had with 6 of the best tonight. It's always fun, and like I say, and of course we'll be back doing all this again in the new year. Now, as you know, Jeff Wallace said that we had an extra 7 seconds of daylight today. What did you do with yours? And by the time we meet again, we would have had a few more extra seconds going on the day. I'm sure that Jeff will give us a countdown as we start to see those evenings lighten out again. But it's Christmas time, and whatever your plans are for your Christmas, Sue and I and the team of HDPP hope you have a wonderful, happy, safe, healthy Christmas and New Year. Don't overdo it too much. Best you can anyway. But ultimately, we want you to have a wonderful time. We want to thank you for your support for HDPP. We do this because of you. You make us do it. You know, we have fun doing it, and may it long continue. Let's put it that way. Jan Kirby said, by the way, she said, I fell asleep for my 7 seconds earlier. Oh, okay then. Righto, Jan, fair enough for me. And Queen Bee has just come in with her score, says she only got 3 today. Anyway, Jan says, by the way, Paul, I've now had 3 Baileys. Now, we had some Baileys last night and went down really nice. Maybe there might be one. Maybe one waiting for me when I finish this broadcast, I don't know. But seriously, to all of you, have a wonderful, happy, safe, memorable Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you next week when, of course, we're here, but it's just the prize draw. This time next week, 7:30, we'll do the prize draw live here on the channel, and someone is going to be £100 better off for a start, and let alone all the other great prizes, which I'm told, if you live local, Dangerous Den will indeed deliver. So not only do you get your prize, you get to meet Dangerous Den in the flesh, and that can be quite dangerous at times. So until after Christmas and everything else, all the very best to you. We think so much of you. It's great to have your company here on our live stream. Happy Christmas. Have a great time. Bye-bye. Oh, hello, just popping back because we can't finish, we can't do the last broadcast of a live stream without doing some dad jokes at the end now, can we? First of all, I want to say thank you for the members that have sent us Christmas cards. Thank you very much for that. And if I've not told you in previous years, Sue and I, we don't tend to send Christmas cards, but what we do, we make a donation. We always donate to the Salvation Army because they're responsible for getting me and Sue together. Got me into trouble over 42 years ago. So we have to pay for the silence money. But anyway, so we don't send cards out normally. But like I say, but we always make sure we donate to the Salvation Army. So thank you if you did send us a card. Now, yeah, well, like I say, we've got to do a couple of little dad jokes to round off. So, how did the butcher introduce his wife? Meet Patty. Meet. What type of magazine do cows read? Catalogues. They're getting worse. Meanwhile, I can tell you that being told I was going deaf was very difficult to hear. I'm so poor I can't even pay attention. And I lost my watch at a party once. I saw a guy step on it whilst harassing a girl. I walked up and punched him straight on the nose, and I said, "No one does that to a girl, not on my watch." And finally, my girlfriend... No, was that a good one? You enjoyed that one? Okay, fair enough. My girlfriend changed after she became a vegetarian. It's like I've never seen her before. No. Okay. And finally, do you struggle to keep your eyes open after using your iPad? Well, there's an app for that. Happy Christmas. See you next time. Oh.